So, the whole day has been about security. We've had some exciting presentation about security. So I'm going to take your focus away from security for a bit, and I'm going to put it onto mind, okay, how mind works and how we create stress and how we don't even know that we do that. We just don't know we do that, and we just create stress based on that, right? Now, every time I take this session, before I start the session, I usually start with asking the audience if they know what hypnosis is, right? And if they know if they've ever experienced hypnosis. Most times people say no, they've never experienced hypnosis, they've never experienced trance, which is basically a lie. I mean, it is a lie. All of you experience trance, all of you experience hypnosis at some point in your life, right? So, let me give you an example. Most of you drive a car, or have you ever been traveling? Have you ever experienced that when sometimes you travel, you go into your thoughts, and you just arrive at your destination, and you have absolutely no idea how you reach there. And then suddenly you're just there. You don't know how you reached there. What was that? That was just state of trance. That's it. That is all trance is. So if you say that you have never experienced trance, that's completely wrong. In fact, you all are masters of creating trance. You just aren't aware of it. Why am I saying this right now? Because one of the biggest cause of stress, one of the biggest reason we create stress is that we keep giving ourselves self-hypnotic suggestions. We keep giving ourselves self-hypnotic suggestions throughout the day, and we aren't aware of it. So let me give you an example. I want you guys to do something right now. Are you guys okay with that? Are you all? All right, great. In fact, I don't want you to do something right now, and I'm going to tell you what that is. All right? I want you to not do something, and let's see how that goes. All right? So, I don't want you to think about pink elephant. What happened? How many of you thought about pink elephant? Right? So this is one of the most classic example of self-hypnotic suggestion. Now relate this to stress. All right? So whenever you are stressed, whenever most people are stressed, they go, oh, I don't want to be stressed, I don't want to be stressed, I don't want to be stressed. I'm absolutely not going to be stressed. What's going to happen? You're going to be stressed, right? So this is one of the self-hypnotic suggestions that you give when you are in the state of stress and you tell yourself, oh, I'm not going to be stressed, I don't want to be stressed. Your mind focuses on being stressed. Your mind doesn't take negative. So when I said don't think of pink elephant, the first thing that your mind did was thought of pink elephant. So when you say I don't want to be stressed, the first thing your mind does is be stressed. Because that's how mind works. Mind doesn't take negatives. So that's the first thing, self-hypnotic suggestions. We keep giving, throughout the day, there are numerous hypnotic suggestions we give to ourselves. Some work for us, some doesn't work for us. Some are beneficial for us, some causes stress. Another classic example is, so I'm going to go for a meeting. And you tell yourself, okay, when I go for that meeting, that guy's going to get me angry, or that guy's going to get me stressed. You tell that enough number of times that, okay, I'm going to go for a meeting, he's going to make me angry, he's going to make me angry. Or let me give an example which could be much more relatable. Have you ever told yourself, when I go home, wife's going to scream at me? Have you? Yeah, and you keep telling that to your brain, your mind is actually going to make it real. Your mind is going to think, okay, fine, this is what you want, I'm going to give you that. So next time when you meet that guy, boom, your mind, okay, anger, stress, it just releases, it just triggers. Nothing may have happened, nothing could have happened, it just triggers, and you get stressed, right? So the first way you create stress is self-hypnotic suggestions. Now we're going to explore this tomorrow much more in detail. We're going to explore how we can give suggestions to ourselves that can make stress work for us, that can make us more productive, that can create stress for positive benefit, that can give us much more greater results. All right? But for now, I'm just going to leave you at this thought for the first section, that you do hypnotize yourself all the time. All the time. Like, let me ask you another question. Before coming on stage, how many of you told yourself, oh, I'm going to be nervous, I'm going to be nervous? Oh, none of you. Excellent. You're good at this. Great. So let's move on. What's the second cause? Anchors. Okay? So again, let me demonstrate this. I'm going to ask you to do something again. All right? So everyone's okay with that? Okay, great. So think about a cow. Can you all think about a cow? And think about a lake. So you all thought about a cow and a lake? Yes? Now, with most people, I said to two things separately. I said, think about a cow. And then I said, think about a lake. With most people, and I'm sure most of you would have thought either cow at a lake, a cow somewhere next to a lake, or cows in the lake taking bath, one of those images. So mind creates this association, and it creates it really, really fast. As humans, we can't be aware of this association. As humans, consciously, we can never catch this kind of associations. So now let's relate this to in real life scenarios. Let's say you're going through a bad phase, you're going through a bad experience, something bad happened and you're stressed out. And then suddenly you happen to meet a colleague of yours, or someone who's working with you, a friend of yours, that poor chap. Now you are in a bad experience and you happen to meet him at the same time. To be more efficient and to be more effective, now this is your mind's way of being more effective. It creates association because next time you don't have to think about it consciously, right? Because otherwise, if you have to think about everything consciously, imagine you have to consciously focus on breathing. You have to consciously say to yourself, okay, now breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe. No, you don't do that because mind creates association. It also works negative way. So you are stressful, and then your friend comes. Here's an association. I am stressed with my friend. I am stressed with my friend. After a couple of days, you meet that friend. What's going to happen? Boom, stressed. Oh my God. Or boom, get angry. So that's another cause which consciously we aren't aware of. We can never be aware of this consciously. It's just humanly impossible. It's tried, it's tested, it's tried by inducing superpowers, and it's still not possible. It's just not possible to consciously be aware of this thing. But there are several ways through which you can identify your strategies and cope up with it. So again, make stress work for you. All right? And quickly moving on to the last thing, which is 90% of the, let's say 80% of the time, this is the reason you cause stress. 80% of the time, you set up stress for yourself. The simple reason being how you go about thinking. So let's say you have a goal, all right? All of us think in terms of goals and outcomes, right? If you want to go for lunch, our mind thinks, okay, hey, get up, go where lunch is served, you eat food, right? So similarly, we think in terms of goals, and sometimes we create goals which aren't in our control. So let me give you an example. A friend of ours or a close family member is angry, right? And we create goal in our head saying that, okay, I want to make sure that that person is okay. Our intentions are good. Our intentions are excellent. But the goal is that I want to make sure that person is okay. Now here's the question. Is it in my control to make anyone okay? No, it's not. I mean, I can do whatever. I can get chocolates, I can get a Ferrari, I can get gifts, I can make them feel comfortable, but at the end of the day, they decide if they want to feel comfortable, if they want to feel okay. But when we set goals which we can't control, our mind gets confused because our mind wants to make that happen. Our mind is looking forward to make that happen. Let me give you another example quickly. Let me give you another example for sales. If most people get stressed in sales because their goal is to sell, and they get really, really stressed. But imagine if the goal was that I give my 100% in selling, after that if the customer wants to buy it, they buy it. That takes away most of the stress. So again, we're going to explore this in detail tomorrow, again. Uh, Let me leave you with a thought. Is stress bad? No, it's not. Stress is good. Stress is meant to protect us. It's meant to help us. All right? And we're going to explore that tomorrow of how we can make stress work for us. All right? Thank you so much.